Late Wednesday afternoon, the Senate voted along party lines, 52-48, to begin debate on the tax plan. The spotlight now turns to the floor debate, which is limited to 20 hours. President Trump gave a speech in Missouri touting his tax plan. Some Republicans now say a trigger mechanism under discussion should require automatic spending cuts, not tax increases. Senators Marco Rubio of Florida and Mike Lee of Utah want to expand the child tax credit and proposed a corporate tax rate of 22%, not 20% as in Senate bill. Republicans are now discussing allowing pass-through owners to deduct 20% of business income, up from 17.4%. Now that the Senate has voted to begin debate on the plan, the spotlight turns to the floor debate, which is limited to 20 hours, followed by a marathon series of amendment votes, a ritual known as a vote-a-rama. A final Senate vote could occur later in the week. If the bill passes, the House and Senate would then need to reconcile their two tax plans. The Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, had urged his colleagues to move forward with the bill. "This is our chance to deliver relief for the people who sent us here, and the way we can do that is by voting to proceed to the bill," he said. In a sign of things to come, Mr. Rubio and Mr. Lee, both Republicans, said on Wednesday they would propose an amendment to expand the child tax credit while providing a slightly smaller corporate tax cut than currently proposed. "We have a chance to do better by working families in this tax bill," they said in a joint statement. While the Senate bill calls for dropping the corporate tax rate to 20%, from 35%, Mr. Rubio and Mr. Lee would set a rate of 22%. A spokesman for the White House, Rod Shaw, said the president would not support the change that Mr. Rubio and Mr. Lee want. "We do support the child tax credit," Mr. Shaw told reporters ahead of Mr. Trump's speech in Missouri. "We also think that it's important to make businesses more competitive. We would not support raising the corporate rate as outlined in that amendment." Two Republican senators, Ron Johnson of Wisconsin and Steve Daines of Montana, have been unhappy with how the Senate plan treats so-called pass-through businesses, whose profits are distributed to their owners and taxed at individual income tax rates. The current Senate plan allows pass-through owners to deduct 17.4% of business income as a way of lowering their tax rates. But Republicans now plan to boost the deduction to 20%, people familiar with the matter said. Before Wednesday's vote, Mr. Daines said that he had seen enough progress to vote yes to move the debate forward, alluding to the larger deduction. "There has been some good progress for Main Street businesses in the tax cut bill," he wrote. "I was able to secure more than $60 billion in tax cuts for Main Street businesses." Senator Jerry Moran, Republican of Kansas, was a surprising holdout as his party worked to repeal the Affordable Care Act this year. Now the goal is a tax overhaul, and Mr.